Get ready, the NBA playoffs are heating up, and we've got a massive showdown between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Boston Celtics, featuring Jayson Tatum. Plus, we're diving deep into the Celtics' championship aspirations and a crucial question they must answer. And in a shocker, Bleacher Report reveals who's the second biggest threat to dethrone the Oklahoma City Thunder. You don't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Betting on the Timberwolves versus Celtics showdown? Think again. This Sunday, the Minnesota Timberwolves clash with the Boston Celtics in a game that's shaping up to be a playoff preview, with Jayson Tatum at the center of the action. The Timberwolves, holding a solid lead in the Western Conference, are coming off a tough loss and are dealing with injuries to key players like Anthony Edwards. Meanwhile, the Celtics are on a hot streak, fresh off a win and looking dominant, though Jaylen Brown's availability is uncertain. Our Sportsline projection model, with a proven track record in NBA betting, has analyzed this matchup extensively. We've built a three-leg same-game parlay, factoring in DraftKings sportsbook odds and simulating the game thousands of times. Despite Minnesota's struggles on the road and Boston's overall strength, the model sees value in backing the underdog Timberwolves to cover the spread, and it's also predicting a high-scoring affair with the over hitting in a significant percentage of simulations. Jayson Tatum, despite a recent off game, is projected for a strong scoring performance as his minutes increase. Fans are buzzing about the Celtics' home court advantage versus Minnesota's resilience, and the potential for another close contest despite the points spread. The betting community is closely watching injury reports and historical trends for this rivalry. Don't go anywhere, because the stakes are even higher than you think for the Celtics. Next, we unpack the one critical question Bleacher Report says Boston absolutely must answer to secure a championship. Is everyone comfortable with their roles? That's the burning question for the Boston Celtics right now. As the Celtics push for a championship, Jayson Tatum's rapid return from an Achilles tear has significantly shifted the team's dynamics. He's back to leading the team in shot attempts and has a high usage rate, a stark contrast to the team's successful stretch without him. While Boston is undefeated with Tatum on the floor since his return, questions linger about whether every player has seamlessly adapted to their adjusted roles. Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley highlights this as the Celtics' biggest question, noting that while the team appears to be handling the midseason adjustment smoothly, it's still too early to definitively say if everyone is truly comfortable. This dynamic is crucial as they face the Minnesota Timberwolves, with Tatum expected to play a pivotal role. Jaylen Brown's potential absence further complicates the offensive scheme and player responsibilities. The NBA community is dissecting how this internal chemistry will hold up under playoff pressure. Analysts are watching closely to see if any friction arises from the altered playing rotations and shot distribution. But their immediate on-court battles are just part of the story. We're also revealing who's being called the second biggest threat to dethrone the current NBA champions. The Boston Celtics are the second biggest threat to dethrone the Oklahoma City Thunder, according to Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report's Grant Hughes has identified the Boston Celtics as the primary challenger to the Oklahoma City Thunder's reign as NBA champions, second only to the San Antonio Spurs. Hughes points to Jayson Tatum's return as a major injection of wildcard energy into any potential finals matchup. Tatum, a former champion and consistent All-NBA performer, bolsters a Celtics team that was already exceeding expectations with Jaylen Brown's fringe MVP contributions. Hughes acknowledges that while Tatum isn't an unknown quantity, his reintegration into a team that thrived without him adds an unpredictable element. He notes that a recent game between the Celtics and Thunder was inconclusive due to multiple key players missing on both sides. However, the Celtics' championship experience and their defensive capabilities against the Thunder's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are seen as significant advantages. The main concern highlighted is the team's big man rotation beyond Neemias Queta. although Luka Garza has been a recent standout offensively. This assessment has sparked debate among fans and analysts about the true power balance in the league, with many agreeing that Boston's blend of star power and playoff pedigree makes them a formidable contender. But before we look ahead to potential finals matchups, let's get back to the hardwood action. We're breaking down the betting angles and predictions for today's Timberwolves versus Celtics game. Timberwolves plus 9.5 against the Celtics. The trends say take the underdog. Life without their star guard Anthony Edwards continues for the Minnesota Timberwolves as they face a daunting road test against the Boston Celtics. Coming off a loss where offensive struggles were evident, the Timberwolves are significant underdogs, a familiar position when playing in Boston, where they've lost 18 straight games. The Celtics, meanwhile, are on a 4-game winning streak and are solidifying their position as a top seed, though the availability of leading scorer Jaylen Brown due to a quad injury is a major question mark. Despite Boston's historical dominance in this matchup, recent history shows games have been surprisingly close, with the last 6 meetings decided by 7 points or less. Oddsmakers have set the Celtics as 9.5-point favorites, but with potential absences for both teams' key players, predictions lean towards backing the underdog Timberwolves with the extra points. Boston's home court advantage hasn't translated to consistent against-the-spread wins this season, making Minnesota a compelling pick for bettors. The betting public is weighing the Celtics' winning streak against the Timberwolves' need to prove they can compete without Edwards, and the historical losing streak in Boston adds another layer of intrigue. That's a wrap on our top NBA stories for today. Stay tuned for a lightning round recap and your full call to action. What a packed show! We saw the Minnesota Timberwolves take on the Boston Celtics in a betting preview, dove deep into the Celtics' championship questions, and revealed them as a top contender to dethrone the Thunder. Make sure to like this video, subscribe for more daily sports news, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, leave a comment with your predictions, and follow us on all social media platforms.